Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy RC in the place to be. Coming at you one more time for these live streams. And yes, I forgot to text my roommates that I was doing a live stream, so might be doing some drumming, but that's okay. We're out here living. Hold on, just try to put a little towel damper on the noise. But yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy RC in the place to be, coming at you one more time for these live streams, you know what I'm saying? And look, we're going to be listening to two albums requested on Ko-fi, kofi.com/rapcritic if you want to get your requests in, as well as music if you want to. If you want to get your album request in, we'll do that next time. But if you want to get your song request in, we'll listen to that at the end of the stream. So get ready to act like you want it, know what I'm saying? And let me take these songs up the queue. I'm gonna let you know where I'm gonna start. Okay, so yeah, if you want to listen along live, go to the station head, or if you are able to, get the Spotify playlist going and rewind when I start. I'm starting the Backxwash album right now. Right now. So Kutali. All right, let's start this off. I know I've done a best of this artist before, so I believe I have. Just gotta get rid of these. Gotta do what I gotta do. Spam, spam. Uh, this isn't Nature Sounds to Fall Asleep to playlist. Hey, what up, Fernella? What up, Sharona? What's happening? My Sharona. Sorry, I can't believe I just haven't used that up to this point, you know? All right. Mm. Oh my God. So, wait a minute. Because we do have a moment. So I just wanted to bring this up because I've been hearing about this and getting more details. Of course, Tyler the Creator's going through what, I don't know, his fourth cancel wave, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because people talking about the shit that he did like 10 and some change years ago. You know what I'm saying? And like, at first, I was kind of like, oh, yeah, I feel like people are trying to like get on him for some shit that it's like, because you do have to take into account he was like what 17, 18 at the time, getting all these eyes on him, doing shock horrorcore, and so fucking he's probably leaning into it. Although someone did bring up like he used to say back then, "Oh man, listen to music before you put it in a box. That's not all that I am." But it's like, but then your public persona on your Twitter and all this shit is saying all this edgelord shit too. Like either the point is that you're being an edgelord saying this shit, or you're sincere about what you're saying, which is just these extreme ass opinions. You know what I'm saying? And my problem with it is, it's like, I think when I look back on it, the problem is I don't think there is a clear delineation, right? I think there's probably sometimes where he's joking and just trying to bullshit because you can see obviously there's some stuff like there was one thing I saw when I decided to go on Twitter for a little bit just to see what like in the wild conversation it was. It was something about him like picking up a girl's shirt and going blah, 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 on her boobs or something like that, and people were trying to go like, oh, look at how awful that is, and then it's like, wait, what's the full context? Because it's only like 5 seconds, and then you look back and it's like, oh, it's a girl who's like a porn star who consented to it, and it's like, okay, well, stuff like that is like, stop trying to muddy the waters. You know what I'm saying? Like that, there's just a whole bunch of shit you could just throw at people, but like, I feel like the legit shit, like him talking about, what was it? It was certain shit that he was saying about like because I was just looking at it. It was like certain sort of racial shit that is kind of like, okay, in your music and in your entertainment, if you're kind of being edgelord, whatever. But then when you start like posting tweets about like, oh, I'm trying to remember specifically because I don't like to give you shit that's out of context. Like I specifically looked at the context to be like, wait, is he being edgelord or is he? And it was like some certain stuff about like Michael Brown, the dude who had died recently. Like people were saying that like, oh, his point is that he's saying that like, oh, it's just a social media trend for people. I know y'all actually aren't gonna care, and in 2 weeks it won't matter. You know what I'm saying? But then there would be other shit where it was like, where he was saying like, niggers, the N word, then the the C word for Chinese people, the F word, all of the vote for me, and like that sort of thing. And then there was other stuff where he was saying like really explicit, like, all right, oh, that was what it was. So there was the Twitter stuff, which I thought was really kind of like, okay, this feels very, again, a child, someone who's like 17, 18, 19 at the time, just vomiting his thoughts, and like I said, amongst the skits with Lord of Squad or whatever he's doing with his friends, where it's just obvious, like, oh, I'm rubbing the chick's boobs, but like I paid her or whatever. Like for every edgelord things like that, there were other things that would be like, oh, this feels like just your opinion, but you're just kind of like saying it, and like that feels really like, it feels like you're just kind of playing wild and loose with the what's supposed to be the wackadoo, don't take it seriously, and what's supposed to be the like, you saying your opinion, but it's just like, really, pointed. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, again, it's the muddying of the waters that kind of happens with like a lot of entertainment, and with him being like fucking young at the time. Like I always try to give certain leeway to a certain extent, right? Of being like, well, if you're under like fucking 21 when you're doing this shit, it's like there's gonna be an era of the, I'm just gonna say whatever mid 2010s things. But like I said, there were other things that were just like, I feel like this maybe kind of needs a little bit of addressing, maybe. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and because what a lot of people are saying is that, like, he has been cultivating a sort of like audience that does not, like black people, right? And you could easily say that him saying all those shitty things kind of helps garner that sort of audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're on one level, it's like I do want to give leeway for an artist willing to be edgy and push out from the norm, but then it's like, well, but if you're saying this, it's like, well, then that kind of makes it a little more like weird to engage with the music because it's like, well, are you this type of guy or are you being edgy with it? Like, but of course, that's probably the thing about all this shit. Is like they're being edgy, but then there is a little bit of the because they're young and we're indoctrinated with the bullshit opinions of the time. They probably do believe some of the edgier shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But again, it's like while I also want to be like, but it is 10 years ago. It is this person who's clearly changed and done different things. The one thing that I feel really bad about is the blackface T-shirt and hat that he was selling, and the fucking black guy with the Ku Klux Klan logo head and the shirt, and the fucking the white power symbol with the like queer flag in it. It's like that feels really that's where I felt was really especially reckless because it's like, yeah, in a song where you can kind of go, well, there's context, and the point is that it's hyperbolic and over the top, and it's just an examination. Like it's just him exploring, the dark thoughts and going to the edge because for the sake of going to the edge because he's a kid, right? Like when you put that on a T-shirt and a design, like there's no real context other than. Is it this acceptable? Is it this funny? And it's like there's no other thing you can take other than like if you're selling a shirt with a blackface logo on it to white kids, which is essentially what you're doing when you have this really huge audience. You're selling that to white kids. It's like, a bunch of white kids walking around with a blackface logo. That's not good. Like, so it's that sort of thing that feels especially reckless of a like, I don't know. I feel like that needs to be kind of reconciled a little bit. Like I said, not necessarily everything. I don't think necessarily just because he's being an edgelord, like I said, rubbing his face in someone's boobies or something like that. Like I don't think all of that is automatically bad, but some of the shit that's kind of like, oh yeah, because that's what this all started. It all started with D'Angelo had passed away, and Tyler the Creator wanted to leave like a comment about like, oh yeah, I grew up with so much good black music, and this is one of those cats. And of course, the big white audience that he's garnered is like, whoa, who the fuck is that? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Da, da, da. And someone put out a tweet, I think, about like, oh, Tyler the Creator, has garnered this audience of like white boys who don't know dick about like black music, and he had liked the tweet, so that's what kind of like re-upped on itself this sort of wave of people going, well, what about all of this shit? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like that, oh, yeah, he kind of brought it on himself in a way. But at the same time, it's like, I could also understand someone maturing and growing and being like, yeah, when I was younger, I was just kind of talking reckless and, I thought better of it. But like I said, when it comes to some of that other shit, like the logos, it's like, that's endemic of that type of like audience that doesn't give a shit about, black people's music because they're whatever, it doesn't even fucking matter, reckless with the bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? The shit that falls into the Kanye sort of shit that kind of I'm glad that Tyler has matured away from. It's like, wow, it really is a flip of the coin of the Tyler the Creator, and the Kanye is like, there by the grace of God could have gone him in terms of like, well, fine, let me just fully lead into this bullshit, but yeah, what do y'all think? I'm just kind of talking shit right now, but yeah. I'm literally so happy. That was awesome. Wait, what? Oh yeah, yeah. And it's like, originally I was thinking like, should I talk about it or what have you? But I was like, yeah, like I don't like to talk about something unless I feel like there's a specific thing I wanted to say about it. But that was what I specifically wanted to bring up. It's like the tempered response, like a tempered response in terms of being like, yeah, no, don't let the bullshit go. If there's an ideology that he legitimately still believes in all this, because that becomes the thing. It's like, if you're willing to say all this reckless shit, it's like, what's going on here? Like, there's one level where I want to engage with someone's opinion who's willing to, like, say an edgy thing to make a point or something like that. There's other times where it was just like, I'm trying to find the specific things, because, like I said, some things were kind of like, that's being edgy. Other things was like, wait, what? Yeah, yeah, like the thing about like Black history, like, oh, why do we gotta separate us? Like, like I could see that being an argument about, oh, we should have Black history all throughout the year instead of just, in a month or what have you. Um, but there was a weird thing about Diddy. Thanks for being a successful black businessman and paving the way for niggas like me. I mean, that's just especially awkward now, but like, I don't think at the time anybody knew the specifics of that in a public way. So, like, that's just awkward in general. But what was the other thing? Yeah, this is like, if this Zimmerman shit doesn't go right, this is about the George Zimmerman when the black kid had been shot. Tamir Rice, I believe it was, right? There's been so many black kids killed. Was it the Tamir Rice case? Trayvon Martin. Oh my God. Wow, it was Trayvon Martin. Jesus Christ. The other black kid who died. All right. But yeah, he said, if this Zimmerman shit doesn't go right, I hope blacks don't riot or go on to prove to the others that they are animals and shit. Fuck that. It's like, oh, that's weird to say. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like that type of shit is the sort of like, oh, what are you trying to say there? Like, you know, trying to see if there was something else because it's like, because again, I don't like to fuck someone up and be like, oh, there's a general idea that people don't like him, and so, oh, that's just bad, and you should just feel bad. Like, no, I want to go to the specifics. Like, what are the actual things that he's saying? And like I said, while the tweets, you can, like I said, you can make cases of him being edgy too. But like, it's specifically the shirts and selling white supremacist imagery that feels like, that's really awkward, and yeah, that feels like some shit you gotta like, say something about. Say something about that shit. Again, like, I'm still fine with listening to someone's music and taking it for what it is, but like, it does feel awkward to be like, are we just supposed to forget that shit? And again, the audience that he garnered through that, the white audience that were those same, I'm just listening to Odd Future because it's alternative and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then it's like, you get them listening to this music that has this imagery around it that's playing with this white supremacist imagery and shit like that. It's like, ooh, that feels awkward to get your fan base off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. And then, I remember you would say shit about like, again, it's a sort of like, is this being edgelordy by being like, oh, I'm gonna make out with white boys, but only specifically white boys. It's just supposed to be like, oh, I'm transgressing the racial thing by, weirdly doing the white is beautiful thing, but he's a white boy, so I guess because he's gay, that's the sort of like, oh, you didn't expect that. But then that just feels like the white supremacist symbol with the, rainbow colors in it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's how that can manifest. It's like, yeah, there are plenty of like gay dudes that were, down with racism because, well, at least I'm not black, that sort of thing. So it's like, it feels very blind and, just, you know what I mean? Irresponsible. Like, that's what it is. But I get, it's like 12 years ago where he's like 17, 18, 19. But again, it's like you inevitably have that huge fan base around you that is that sort of like, you know what I mean? That's causing this backlash of when he's shouting out this black legend and all of these white guys going like, oh, I don't know who it is. Like, that's what sparked it, weirdly enough. It wasn't like the controversies itself. It was him paying tribute to a black artist and that big white fan base that, he's garnered through the bullshit. You know what I mean? That, like, there's still remnants of those people that are gonna still be sticking around. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe I've run out of shit to say. I thought y'all was gonna say something. But if I'm just the only one who's talking about it, fuck it. But yeah, I just wanted to, talk about that real quick as a sort of like, oh, yeah, I do kind of feel, like I said, I try to give a little bit of nuance of it, being like, yeah, it is older, but like, the t-shirts and shit is what especially gets me because it's like, there's no context you can really explain with a t-shirt that has a racist imagery. In a song, you could be like, oh, he's being ironic, listen to what he's doing, like the point is that he's like being hyperbolically and over the top on purpose because that's the art and that young, you know what I mean? Young art is supposed to piss you off, but a t-shirt, it's like, oh, that could just be endorsing the imagery of that, So yeah, that's why that especially felt irresponsible to me, Yeah. Anyways, let's get back into it. This album is fine, but it does feel like it's especially on one note. So I'm kind of like, I'm hearing it, but I'm like, all right. His last words is probably some dumb shit. Mm. Alright. Tell my homies I love him even though I don't trust him. All right, here's Deep Underground, Celestaphone, getting into the what's the name of this album again? It's like the Subterranea or something. Cult Subterranea, yeah. Uh oh, I just said it. Deep Underground. I just started the next album, Pernella. But I'm in the middle of the song now. But yeah, if you go back to when I said I was going to the next song, that's when it started. You feel me? Okay, we're on that shit, huh? Uh, oh, it's still Deep Underground. Oh my god. Why won't you let me go to that level? You suck, game. You suck. Oh, whatever. This is really wild production. All right, we're on to Moscovium. Shit. Nice. Look at that. Yeah, the hope is the idea that once I say what song I'm on, you just gotta start playing with the hitting play, and then you'll just be along for the ride. so it does say. I did get to that corner. This is an interestingly produced album. Yeah, this barely. All right, so this is A's Hello. This is A. Okay, it's about being abducted by aliens because his car was really shiny. All right. It sounds exactly like the album cover. Yeah. Kind of perfect for the Halloween for the Halloween theme, eh? This is really weird sounding, man. Although I guess they do that on purpose, but it's still weird. Like that hook, the way it was like. Are you kidding me? Yeah, just the way that does. Hello, glad you thought. Like this is weird. Oh my god, get the fuck out of my face. God damn it. Oh my god, you don't get the fuck out of my face. God damn it. Yeah, come on, look at that. Fuck the police. Alright, there's Draconian Star Seed. Okay. I don't think this guy knows what a flow is. He's just kind of saying these words. Is that like I'm trying to hear if he's flowing with what's happening? What the fuck's he on? He's like a fly buzzing around the instrumentals of his own song right now, like. And I feel like I want to dig what he's saying. He's saying shit about like, oh, religions keep us mentally, blah, 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 they keep us trapped mentally and blah 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 blah. Like all that Rage Against the Machine stuff, but it's just so awkwardly phrased and put together. It is a real task to like hear what he's saying. Oh damn, it's so close. This is Keanu Drago. Really running the gamut with these samples. Fucking piece of shit. I'm just being like pushed back by the flow of what's happening. I'm just like, okay. Sorry, wipe this magma off my soul skin? What did he just say? Call me Delishmail. Are we talking about the Man in the Iron Mask now? Knicks. How about them Knicks? I just wow, that there's just a lot going on in this song, in this album. Like my brain is just like, this is cryocrypsis cryptids. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you see that shit? What the fuck? That was fucking horse shit. I like went near the car and it was like, bullshit, we take it off. And I was like, wait a minute. Not wait a minute. God, I can't fucking see. Oh, I can't fucking see. Out of my way. Out of my way. Oh, fuck me. God damn it. What in the fuck? Are you ever gonna put out more songs? I just put out the Amy and Leela that just came out. That's right, all over your internets. Oh yeah, all over it. The Amy and Leela joint. I'm actually quite proud of that one. And if you haven't heard it, it's on my channel. You just need to go to the page and like, it'll be the one with the little watercolor painting of the goofy movie characters. But yeah. I am working on some new shit. I'm working on a new album. I've actually got 2 songs. There's 2 songs on the Patreon right now. In fact, I'm so glad you brought it up, Bob. See, I gotta get better at promoting myself. There's a new song, Amy and Leela, that's all over your streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can get it whatever. And I got 2 new songs that I've got on the Patreon right now. It's the While I'm Waiting and the second song. That song's not necessarily going to be on the next album, but the other song, the Link to the Past, that one's going to be on the next album. So a new song out right now, plus 2 songs on the Patreon. Get with it, act like you want it. You know what I'm saying? Your boy gets busy. Yeah, yes, the audience is growing. This production is so discordant, weird. Like, look, I want to fuck with some interesting shit too, but I need some accessibility here. I know this game gonna do some bullshit to me right now. As soon as I get out, it's gonna be like, oh fuck you, start a race. Fucking bullshit ass game. Oh my god. Fuck out of my way. You've got to be fucking kidding me. You got a dirty vibe, but as a fellow nerd, I fox with it. I flex with it. Look, you know what I'm saying? It's hip hop's just about being real about who you are. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm just real about who I am. You know what I mean? Trying to be anyway. All right, there's Drake Passage. Looks like the last track of the album. This motherfucker. No! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm fucked. Whatever. Oh my god. Might as well just try to collect some shit. Uh-huh. Call me Drake Passage. Maggie, no. And the rats. Fantastic. Well, that was fucking weird as hell. And it's still going, I think. Oh shit. Most of the album, my reaction has just been me going, Cobwebs in Disguise, the last song before the end. God damn. Okay. So beautiful out here. Look at this. Sorry about that, Captain. Well, that was weird as fuck. All right. Well, thanks for that, I guess. Oh, man. Oh, all right. That was that. Let me go to Kofi, make sure there aren't any songs I missed. What in the world? That was insane. I don't know what you want me to do with that on a first listen. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, yeah, that was that stream. Appreciate y'all coming through for it. Catch y'all on the flip side. And remember, until then, time waits for no man. Peace.